Great. Thank you. Next one.
Hello, how you doing?
Good.
My name is Jalen Niles. I'm a high school senior at the STEM Early College here, and I'm originally from Maryland, and now I live in Greensboro, North Carolina. My question is that I've seen not only with Facebook but other social media platforms played a big role here in the past election cycle. So I wanted to know how do you think Facebook will play a role not only in the government, like big government election cycles, but also in state and local election cycles that are not I don't know, information isn't as given as much or sought out as much for.
Yeah, I think that that's a key point. And one of the big things that we care about is increasing civic engagement. Right? Not enough people vote. I think it's actually crazy. I mean, around the world, more people tend to vote in other countries than vote in the U.S. In free countries. But in the U.S., in a lot of elections, half of people who are eligible to vote. It's a crazy thing, right? To have that freedom and that right and to not take it. So that is a big thing that we focused on. And in the last election, we helped more than 2 million people register to vote, and then we ran another campaign to help more than 2 million people actually go vote in the election. So there's a lot more to do there, both in the U.S. and around the world. But like you say, one of the big opportunities is not just the big national elections. I mean, people hear a lot about presidential elections, for example, but a lot of policy in the country, a lot of the stuff that's actually going to affect us most happens at a local level, right? It's city council and board of education, and that's actually affecting how our kids are going to grow up and the neighborhoods that we live in, and how we think about all these different things, state level, and those tend to get much less attention. So two of the big opportunities that I think we have a responsibility to help work on is making sure that social media overall is a good environment for people to share it and connect with all kinds of local officials. And also that we help people connect not just around elections, that in this country, not only going to the ballot box every 4 years, but actually staying engaged on civic issues. So one of the big things that we're doing is we're really focused on helping people connect to candidates and local officials. The day after the election last year, we sent everyone out this notification that said, hey, here are all your new elected officials, right? All the way from the top down to your city council or whoever else was elected, and gave you one button where you can now follow all of them. And overnight, we doubled the amount of connections that people had in the U.S. To elected officials. So now in your news feed, you're not just going to hear about the national debates, but you're also going to see stuff from your local representatives. And the thing is, if you comment on a U.S. senator or president's post, they may not see that. But if you comment on your city council member's post, they're going to see that, right? And they're going to respond, and that actually has a bigger way to impact policy, I think. So we see these examples not just in the U.S., all around the world. I mean, in the messaging platforms that we run, WhatsApp. There are examples, in Europe and across Africa where you have whole towns are in a WhatsApp thread and are basically telling the elected officials what they need and what's going on, and that's how the elected officials stay plugged in. So I think that there's a big opportunity to help keep people engaged between the elections and making sure that people have the information that they need for all elections. But I really agree with your point. I would encourage everyone here to stay focused on not just the big ticket ones, but all of them, because that really makes a big difference.
Yeah, I just got on Facebook last October. Now you're talking about WhatsApp. What's up? What was that?
WhatsApp.
Yeah.
WhatsApp. It's a big messaging service.
I'm just catching up.
Well.
Yeah.
I'll show you how to use it after this.
Okay, that'd be great. Thanks. Next question.